Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is AJ Ganger from CampusNation.com. With me today is Charlie Hargrave. We are live from Frederick Arena at Herman Court for day number 2 of the Hampton Inn Damon's Tip-Off Classic, here live from the campus of Wilmington College. We got 2 more games coming to you this afternoon as our first game on tap, Mount St. Joe taking on the actually number 19th ranked DePauw Tigers. I saw that last night on the Wilmington Quakers website. Amir had that. So DePauw is ranked nationally in Division III women's basketball.
But they took the defeat last night.
Yes,
I wonder if that'll mess with them.
Franklin pulled an upset last night. Both the games last night ended up with 2-point differences. In the first contest, Wilmington pulled out a slim 2-point victory over Mount St. Joe, 61-59. And then our last game went down literally to the last 0.1 second as DePauw fell to Franklin 57-55. All Claire Ryan had to do was make 2 free throws to send the game to OT, but unfortunately that did not come to fruition, and she missed both free throws, obviously missing the second one on purpose. But you know, today I have a feeling we're not going to see a lot of missed free throws from this DePauw team. I'm sure they came out here, practiced a lot of free throws this morning. I mean, we saw a lot of missed free throws from all the teams yesterday.
Yep.
And I think, you know, yeah, it is just the beginning of the year. And, I mean, some teams are still trying to work on certain things. And, I mean, you mentioned that, too. A lot of sloppy play last night, a lot of fouls, and a lot of turnovers by all the teams.
Right.
But I think today may be a different story for some of these players today.
Well, part of it was the defense. I tell you what, Mount St. Joe come out with a nice press, and I tell you, that gave Wilmington all kinds of issues. And they need to work on their press breaker, and they need to do more than what they're doing, because what they did last night, they won, but probably shouldn't have, because Mount St. Joseph had probably at least 20 missed shots in the second half, and probably should have won the game by about 10, but Wilmington somehow just stayed ahead of them. They were up 15 early, and then come back and only won by 2. I hate to see a DePauw lose yesterday like that, going to the free throw line. I tell you, those were just 2 evenly matched teams. That going back and forth, they had multiple scorers. The defense was good on both sides. Both games, I just hope we get 2 good games like that today.
And I'm sure we will. We'll see 2 games, like we said, here this afternoon, with our first game being DePauw taking on Mount St. Joe and Wilmington closing it out against Franklin. And this year, the games were predetermined before the tournament started. Normally, the winners would play the winners and the losers would play the losers. But the reason they were predetermined was because DePauw and
Franklin.
No. It was Franklin and Mount St. Joe are both in the Heartland Conference.
Oh, that's right.
So both of those teams are in the same conference, and they didn't want them playing, during this tournament because they're both in the same conference. But the way it worked out, both winners are going to play today, and both losers are going to play today, even though the matchups were already predetermined.
Right. Well, and they didn't want that to count as a league game, in their schedule. So that's the reason for the split. But I tell you what, 4 real good teams here. So it's going to be an interesting day. We got about 11 minutes before this game takes off. We'll try to keep you updated, too, with some of the college football scores. We know the Michigan Wolverines are ahead right now, 7-3. And I think it just started the second quarter there. And, later on today, hopefully we'll be able to keep you updated on the Buckeyes also.
Yep. We got both these games. We'll have them streaming up here live, so we'll be able to watch those on Watch ESPN. And, Charlie, we got about, like you said, about 10 minutes here before tip-off of this first game this afternoon. What are you going to be looking for in changes as far as Mount St. Joe goes today?
Well, Mount St. Joe, I tell you what, I'm trying to think of the girl. They really need to use their big girl underneath.
Sierra Phillips?
Oh, my gosh. She is a tank underneath. She's you hate to use the word bully, but she is. She's just big, and if you can get her, get her freed up, she's pretty good underneath. Now, her foul shooting leaves a little bit to be desired, but I'd say Mount St. Joe needs to come out with that press. If they'd have come out with that press yesterday right at the beginning, like I said, that would have been a change in the game too, because they didn't press the first quarter, and I tell you, they just Wilmington got a nice little lead on them. But once they started pressing, Wilmington had all kinds of problems. I bet DePauw will handle the press a little better.
Well, see, we're talking about Sierra Phillips. She's just a freshman on this Mount St. Joe team from Coleraine, 6-foot freshman. I mean, she is a hoss down there on the inside. She made some big plays, and, Mount St. Joe did not lead at all against Wilmington yesterday. They got within 1 point, but they couldn't pull ahead at all. Wilmington's, I think that first quarter was probably the big difference for the Lady Quakers yesterday.
Right. And Mount St. not taking anything away from Wilmington, but you got to admit, Mount St. Joe beat themselves. But also, I know it's early in the season, but I think if I was Wilmington, they played their better players a lot more the second half, it seemed like. In the first half,
some of them got in foul trouble in the first half,
too. Yeah, some of them did. But I tell you, with Wilmington, I was real impressed with that freshman. I can't think of her name offhand, but
Mackenzie Campbell?
Yeah, she's good.
Oh, yeah, she's got a nice fluid shot.
I tell you, they need to really, and she's only a freshman. So it's going to be fun watching her the next couple of years, see how she progresses. And the little guard progressed a lot this year for Wilmington. She played a lot more in control the first half. The second half, she tried to do too much. But
do you like the quarters, Coach? Do you like that they changed the quarters? You'd rather stay at a half? Yeah. One of the Wilmington assistant coaches rather would have it stay at halves. I mean, Charlie, what did you... Yeah.
Well, the only thing I noticed, the only big difference I noticed was just fouls. You start the fouls over each time, each quarter.
The two-shot foul changed the whole game yesterday. We missed the front end.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been a 1-point game coming down. It would have been a 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two-shot foul, we missed the front end because it's a 2-point game. They had to either tie or win.
Yep.
Before they could have came down and gone for anything. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, there's no 1-1. Yeah, that's a big difference, you know.
I mean, how did you feel about the 10-minute quarters yesterday, Charlie? It was the first time we saw it. And, like we said, it was basically the one thing it changed was the fouls. But just like the Lady Quakers assistant coach said was that the flow of the game kind of seemed a little off.
Well, and you take the 1-1 out of it. Yeah, it's
right.
all two-shot. I tell you, the one bonus, that's kind of a neat aspect of the game.
Right. And I have to agree with you.
It's not there now, so.
We're about 7 minutes away from getting ready to start our first game of the afternoon here from Fred Risk Arena at Herman Court. DePauw taking on Mount St. Joe. Mount St. Joe coming into the ball game today 0-2 after losing their first game to Earlham 70-63 and losing last night to the Wilmington Lady Quakers. DePauw is 1-1, ranked number 19 in the country as they won their first game of the season. Trying to find out who they played real quick.
Adrian.
Yeah, they played Adrian. They beat Adrian in their first game of the season and then fell last night by 2 points. Now, for DePauw, it seemed like, they had a 10-point lead at one point, but then it seemed like turnovers really hurt DePauw a lot in the sense of, losing that 10-point lead. What is going to be the difference, do you think, for DePauw in this ball game this afternoon? What are they going to have to change?
Wow. I don't know that they have to change a whole lot. They had nice balanced scoring last night. The only thing they just got to make sure they can handle the press. If Mount St. Joe throws that press on them, they got to be ready for it. And, DePauw didn't play a bad game last night. I mean, they actually were down early and come back, and, we're in the lead by, 8 or 9 at one point?
DePauw was in the lead by 10.
10,
They had the largest lead of the game as 10. And then, on the other side of the ball, Franklin had a lead of 8 at one point, too.
Well, Franklin led most of the first half. DePauw come back in the third quarter. And then Franklin fought back also. One thing I liked about Franklin, they're fast.
Yeah.
They're quick. I mean, they got a lot of speedy girls, and they were. I was impressed with their speed. But DePauw has some good shooters. They got that good little guard from Chicago. And even though she did miss the last 2 buckets, I tell you, DePauw needs to get this. Let's see.
Maya Howard, number 21.
Well, she was good, but she was involved a lot. But Buddy, she had 8 first half points and then never scored in the second half. You got to get the ball to your scorers. Yeah, if they can get her more involved, keep us Maya Howard involved with the ball. They got to get them touches.
And you also want to talk about Skordos for this DePauw team, number 20, Morgan Skordos. She has a nice, fluid shot. I mean, it just seemed like every time she stepped up to take a jumper that it was going to be nothing but net every single time she took a shot.
She didn't get going, though, till the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't get going till the second half, so I'll be interested to see how they come out today. I hope DePauw can bounce back a little bit because that was a tough loss. That was a tough loss after going up 10, like I said, and coming back and getting beat by 2.
And I think, Mount St. Joe, too, again, getting beat by 2 to the Lady Quakers. I think Mount St. Joe's a lot better than their 0-2 record shows, and I'm pretty sure they're going to win a lot of games this year down the stretch.
Oh, yeah, I believe so, too.
Yeah, I mean, they had a great year last season. I do know that. Mount St. Joe did. I know the guys had a great year as well.
Well, they got that story, Lauren Hill, that's...
Yeah.
I tell you what, they've lived an interesting part of their life, with her on the team, and I tell you, it makes you put a lot of things in perspective,
Yeah, I mean, she teaches everyone a valuable lesson. I really think, you just can't take your life for granted, and when you get your chance in your moment, you just go out there and shine. I thought it was a really class act that they started the regular season early last year, just so she could get out and play.
Yeah.
You know what was really cool? She had that swagger. Lauren Hill had the swagger, always wearing them sunglasses on the bench. I thought that was real cool.
Yeah.
She, I don't know. It just seemed like, even though she didn't live for very long, it just seemed like that she had, just that coolness side to her.
Well, she won't be forgotten for stuff like that and all the fundraising she did, and
they'll always have that Lauren Hill tip-off classic too. In Xavier.
And another kind of story that just kind of coalesced with it was Devin Still's daughter, Leah Still, and those two got together a little bit last year. So
and also, we had our own loss here at Wilmington College with Jenna Parlay.
Yeah, that's a cross-country girl, right? Yeah,
cross-country girl. And you know what? Every time you saw her, she was the nicest person in the entire world. She always was the first one to say hi to you. So you knew her
personally, did you?
Huh?
Did you know her personally?
I never really hung out with her or anything like that, but every time I saw her, she always said hi. She was always a very nice individual, and
when did she pass? A couple of years ago?
Yeah, it was a couple years ago. And, I think what Wilmington is doing with Jenna Parlay games, the Jenna Strong games, and having the cross-country meets and the track meets because she was a runner.
All right.
I just think it's very classy. And I think the way that these schools have supported not only breast cancer and all different kinds of cancers, but diseases like epilepsy and Parkinson's and stuff like that. I just think it's really cool and really classy that all these little colleges, they, not only do the big colleges support it, everyone knows they do in the NFL and everything else, but the NBA, that college sports, little Division III NCAA colleges, they support breast cancer awareness and.
Well, even the high schools now,
yeah.
At Greenfield, we always have a pink out night. The band, we wear pink gloves.
Wilmington High School even had their cancer game, cancer awareness game.
Yeah, that's what we do too. Yeah.
Well, we're about a minute away here from tip-off. We're going to let Bill Learman, the announcer here this afternoon, take over a little bit, and his wife actually is down there as well, too, with him, side by side, so we'll let everyone listen in to Bill Learman.
She keeps him on a short leash.
Yeah, she does.
And for those of you who know Bill, Bill's dad is doing fine. He fell and hit his head. But he's doing all right.
Today's game of the 2015 Dailies Hampton Inn Football Classic. Our competing teams today will be DePauw and Mount St. Joseph. Reminder from the NCAA and the Ohio Athletic Conference, they promote good sportsmanship by demonstrating respect for all participants in the contest. Banned ridicule of the athletes, the coaches, or the officials is strictly prohibited. Degrading remarks will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. Be proud, be loud, and be positive. We'll meet the starting lineup coming up momentarily. Fans, to honor this country, we proudly call our home to pay tribute to the many men and women who have lost their lives, also those who put their lives at risk, and the ones currently fighting to protect our freedoms. They ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, kindly remove any hats and pause for the playing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. For today's third game, the guests on the scoreboard will be DePauw. Home team will be Mount St. Joseph. Now the introduction of the starters. First on the floor for DePauw at guard, number 11.
I hit her. She's walking behind me.
Starting for Mount St. Joseph at guard, number 4, Dylan Webb.
Mount St. Joe will be the home team for this third game of the contest. They'll be wearing their home uniforms that are gray, white numbers, and DePauw will be wearing blue, which is a lot easier to read their numbers than last night, Charlie.
That was awful last night. White uniforms with golden numbers on them.
Starting for DePauw, number 32, Emily Buddy.
Emily Buddy, they got to get her on track today. She's got a good shot.
Starting for Mount St. Joseph, number 14, Bristol Webb. Starting for DePauw, number 34, Taylor Howard. Starting for Mount St. Joseph, number 23, Erica Walsh. Starting for DePauw, number 42, Abby Keller. And rounding up the starting lineup for Mount St. Joseph, number 35, Sierra Phillips. Your head coaches for DePauw, Chris Hoffman. For Mount St. Joseph, Dan Benjamin. Good luck to both teams.
And we're getting ready for tip-off here. 10 minutes on the clock for the first quarter of play again. Women's college basketball has changed to playing 4 10-minute quarters instead of 2 20-minute halves like men's college football or college basketball plays. And Charlie and I have, voiced our opinion on it. The Wilmington Lady Quaker assistant coach has voiced his opinion on it as well. And, we'll see how the 4 quarters plays out this season.
No 1-1. That's the big difference, isn't it?
It is. I mean, no 1-1, and 5 fouls is the bonus, it looks like, and you're shooting 2 no matter what in the first game. But they do reset.
Yeah, every quarter it does reset. I tell you, I'd just like to know what the thinking was behind it, why the change was made.
I mean, we saw yesterday, it did kind of speed up the second game a little bit. It seemed like the Wilmington game kind of dragged on because a lot of fouls were committed.
Right.
But there weren't a lot of fouls committed in that second game until the second half, maybe towards the fourth quarter a little bit. But it seemed like that first half flew in the second game. Here we go, DePauw versus Mount St. Joe, number 19, DePauw, in Division III women's college basketball. There's the tip. We're underway. Mount St. Joe has the ball to begin, and it's number 4, Berlin Webb. She gives it off. And the first shot of the ball game is missed. Rebound goes out of bounds. Number 13 with the shot, Studer. And the ball will be going to the Tigers of DePauw. Tigers against the Lions here, Charlie.
That's right, and Bears coming up. Oh, my.
Grizzlies, yep. Here goes Ryan, who gives it off to Buddy. Buddy back over to Ryan. Ryan got a pick set up. Now she gives it off to Buddy. Buddy over to Stoner. Stoner to number 34, Taylor Howard. Howard back over to Stoner. 10 on the shot clock. And that one almost stolen away. Now they got 7 on the shot clock. Good job by Taylor Howard to rein the ball. And there goes Ryan. She's going to drive, post up, shoot, and a charge. I don't know about that charge call there.
Yeah, she had her arm. Yeah, she led with her. No, but she led with her arm. I agree with it.
So that's the first personal foul charged to number 23, Claire Ryan, for the Tigers. First team foul of the quarter. And Studer has the ball, gives it off to number 23.
Thrown away.
And she threw it away. Erica Walsh, number 23, is starting today for Mount St. Joseph. Here comes Claire Ryan down the court for DePauw after the turnover. Stoner with the basketball. Still no score. We're a minute into our ball game. Claire Ryan dumps it down low. Spinning. Oh, nice pass to Buddy off the glass for 2.
I tell you, Buddy, there you go.
Nice assist for number 42, Abby Keller, to Buddy. Now, on the other end of the floor, Phillips misses her shot. Ball still loose on the floor. And
jump ball.
We got a jump ball. It'll go back to DePauw. Good job fighting for the ball. It looked like Sierra Phillips just couldn't get enough oomph on that shot.
I tell you, a lot of these girls, I don't know, they just sometimes get too far underneath the basket, and that kind of looked like maybe what happened there.
All right. DePauw gets it inbounded to number 23, Claire Ryan. They have a 2-0 lead with 8:35 and counting to go in our first quarter. Now Buddy with the rock. Gives it off to Keller. Keller back over to Ryan. Ryan back to Buddy. Buddy inside Keller. Gives it off. Nice pass to Taylor Howard, who goes up off the glass, and that one in and out. No good. Rebounded by Phillips. And here come the Lions back down the court. Giving it off to number 15, Brown. Brown gave it to Studer. Studer cross court to Webb. Webb back to Studer. Thought about a 3. Now passes it inside. Phillips goes up high off the glass and no good. Rebounded by Taylor Howard and the Tigers.
A lot of contact there, but no foul.
And here comes Claire Ryan down the court for the Tigers.
They're trying to get Phillips going. They fed it to her twice.
There's Stoner to Ryan. Ryan inside to Keller. Keller goes up and she gets
we got
fouled.
a foul.
First foul, I think that one's going to be
Sierra
charged on Sierra Phillips.
Yeah.
Starts number 35, Sierra Phillips, first personal foul, team's first of the period.
That's her first personal, team's first, and shooting 2 will be number 42, Abby Keller, for the DePauw Tigers. First one is up, and that one's good. Second shot for Keller is up, and that one's good as well. 7:41 to go in our first quarter. It is 4-0 as the DePauw Tigers have the lead over the Mount St. Joseph Lions. Studer gives it off to Sams. Back over to Studer. Studer gave it to number 23, Walsh, as they're just working it around the perimeter here, trying to find a way to get it inside. Studer across court. Walsh gives it to Studer. Pump fake. 2-pointer is up and no good on the jumper. And over the back
foul. It's going to be
foul.
a second foul on Sierra Phillips. They're going to have to get her out of there. That's big, AJ. That's big. She's one of the main cogs for Mount St. Joseph.
Hardfell and Berlin Webb coming in. Now they're going to show that full court again here, Charlie.
Yep, less than 3 minutes, though. Sierra Phillips is on the bench.
Good job by Buddy to come back and receive the inbound pass. Buddy with the basketball for the number 19 Tigers.
Playing man-to-man is Mount St. Joseph.
Oh, that one almost got stolen away. Nice pass inside. Taylor Howard, no good. Rebounded by Abby Keller, no good. Rebounded by Keller again. And that one knocked out of her hand. It's going to stay with the Tigers. Good job fighting for those rebounds there. DePauw will inbound from their side of the basket. Inbound pass goes long to Buddy. Buddy throws it over to Stoner. Stoner gives it to Ryan, and Ryan's going to run the offense at the top. Now she passes it off to Buddy. Almost got it stolen away there by Studer. Ryan with the pass to Keller. That one gave it off to Buddy. Buddy throws it outside. Ryan at the top of the key for three. No good, short. But Abby Keller was there for the rebound again. They get a fresh 30. Buddy inside. Taylor Howard trying to go up strong. Ball's loose on the floor. And that's going to stay with DePauw. Webb couldn't rein it in.
Mount St. Joseph has changed to playing a little 2-3 zone, 2-1-2 zone. And they just collapsed around the girl area, but they just couldn't keep control of the ball.
Stoner receives the inbound pass for the Tigers, gives the Buddy to Ryan. Ryan back over to Buddy. Now Stoner throws it to Keller, and it's stolen away. Number 21 steals it away, Sturwald, and she misses a layup going coast to coast, and it's rebounded by Claire Ryan and the DePauw Tigers. Other end of the floor, Stoner wide open, thought about it too. Now she's going to drive. No good, too strong on the layup. Ball's loose, and a foul is going to go against Buddy. That's going to be her first, team second. Little bump in there.
Playing hard. You got to like it.
Our score with 5:47 to go in our first quarter of play. The number 19 DePauw Tigers lead it 4-0 over to Mount St. Joseph Lions. Mount St. Joe to inbound.
Both teams just feeling each other out.
Taylor Brown brings the ball up the floor for Mount St. Joe. Claire Ryan
almost
knocked
gets
it
stolen.
Loose. Brown reined it in. Hard fell. He's going to hand it off to Webb. Webb battling against Claire Ryan. Goes up strong. No good off the glass. Rebounded by Stoner. Stoner on the other end. Howard. Keller was wide open and a travel.
Yep.
If she would have saw her a lot sooner, she would have had an easy layup there. Abby Keller would have, and it's going to be
too many things going on in mind there. She caught the ball, she needed to pass it, and just had a girl right in front of her, didn't want to charge.
It's a turnover for DePauw, and here comes Brelyn Webb for the Lions. She gives it off to Sturwold. Sturwold to Hartfeld, top of the key for three.
And on the board.
She made some big threes yesterday against Wilmington, and this one big to make it a 1-point lead for DePauw, 4-3 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
She's got a nice shot.
Skordos gives it off to Ryan. Ryan to Howard, left-handed jumper, no good. Rebounded by Keller.
It's going to be a foul on.
That's going to be against Mount St. Joe.
Yeah. 15. Taylor Brown, yeah.
And Skordos got the inbound, gave it off to Taylor Howard, who barely gets it to Claire Ryan. Inside to Abby Keller. Keller trap, gives it to Skordos for three. No good. Rebounded by Stoner, though. And DePauw, another rebound, offensive rebound, dominating the offensive boards. Nice pass by Howard inside to Keller. Goes up with the layup, and it's good. And Hartfell on the other end of the floor now. Sturwold with the basketball for the Lions. Gives it off to Hartfell again. Throws it off to Brown. Brown gives it to Webb. Two-pointer is good with the jumper. Foot was on the line. That's a two-pointer no matter what. And that's going to be a foul against Brelyn Webb against Claire Ryan. That's going to be Webb's first foul. Team's fourth. One more, they'll be shooting two.
Yeah, and each team playing real good defense.
Brelyn Webb, personal foul, the team's fourth of the period. The substitutions in the game for DePauw, number 21, Maya Howard, also number 32, Maya Buddy.
Howard back into the game for DePauw. Maya Howard.
And Buddy with the basketball. Gives it to Skordos. Skordos threw it to Keller. Keller back to Buddy. Buddy thought about a three. Passed it off to Taylor Howard, who gives it to Keller. Who's going to drive to the hoop and get fouled.
They gave her the baseline. She took it.
It's been the Abby Keller show here early on. She's going to shoot two more shots. I think she's going to have... She has all 6 points right now.
Hartfield's first foul. And now there they are, up to 5 fouls.
Yep, they'll be shooting two the rest of the quarter, and that one's in and out for Abby Keller, no good.
Maria Sams into the game for Mount St. Joe.
Second shot for Keller is up and good. A 2-point lead for the DePauw Tigers against Mount St. Joe, 7-5, 3:45 left to go in the first quarter. Harfeld, other end to take the lead for three, no good. Rebounded by Taylor Howard and the Tigers.
She was wide open, uncontested, but that was almost an NBA three.
Maya Howard's in the game. She has the rock right now for DePauw. Leading scorer last night, I believe she had a double-double. Buddy with the basketball, gives it off to Maya Howard. Howard to Skordos.
They're playing a matchup 2-3 here.
Cross court to Buddy. Buddy gave it off to Taylor Howard.
Oh,
and
charge.
A charge against Abby
Keller.
Keller.
That's her first.
Playing the field down number 42, Abby Keller, first personal, team's third of the period.
That's her first foul, team's third of the period with 3:17 to go in the first quarter of play. Mount St. Joe down by 2 with possession of the ball as Studer brings it in. Studer gives it off to number 3, Sams. Sams tried to fit it into Studer, and it's stolen away by Maya Howard. She knocked that ball loose, and Buddy picked it up. Here comes Maya Howard on the other end of the floor for DePauw. Number 19 team in the country. Trying to bounce back from a loss last night. Skordos with the ball. Cross court, Buddy for three. Nailed it, nothing but net. Now it's a 5-point lead for DePauw, 10-5. 2:40 left to go in the first quarter. Other end of the floor now. Sturwald pumps, drives, kicks it outside, but she's going to travel.
I think they only give Buddy a 2-pointer on that last one.
Nope, they gave her 3. Because it was 7-5.
Well, he said 2, I thought it was a 3 also, but I thought he said 2.
Hasn't been changed on the scoreboard if it was 2.
Yeah, no, it's 10. Yeah.
Anyways, with 2:32 left to go.
10-5.
As Maya Howard brings the ball up the floor. Gives it off to Buddy. Buddy inside, Taylor Howard. Kicks it outside to Maya Howard. Howard gives it to Buddy. Buddy thought about another 3. She steps up, jumper, no good for 2. Ball still loose, and Buddy pulls down the rebound. And a jump ball will be going back to Mount St. Joe.
Yep.
And bringing it up the floor, Bristol Webb for Mount St. Joe with 2:05 left to go in the first quarter of play. Webb is going to take it all the way herself. Nice off the glass layup for Bristol Webb. 10-7 now. DePauw in the lead. Skordos with the basketball. Tries to go down low. Almost lost it out of bounds. Skordos jumper. Nice jumper by Skordos. And that one's stolen away by Buddy on the pass. 2-on-3. Gives it off to Skordos. Jumper again. This one no good, but the rebound was pulled down. Third chance shot is good. Number 25, Angela Hacker, with the third chance shot off the glass for 2, and it's a 7-point DePauw lead, 14-7. Number 23 on the drive. That's Walsh. Passes it outside. Three-pointer in and out for Sturwald. This one's going up. No good. Rebound pulled down by the Tigers in Brown as Hacker was trying to go for another layup. Now, pass goes out to Bristol Webb. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. This one stolen away. Good job by the defense again for DePauw. Maya Howard tried to go coast to coast, and she gets fouled. She'll be shooting 2 at the line with 27.5 seconds to go. 14-7, number 19, DePauw leading.
6 of the period.
First shot for Maya Howard. Up and no good.
27 seconds, first quarter, 14-7.
Got some substitutions coming onto the floor for both teams. Maya Howard, second shot is up. And the second one's no good as well, but Hacker's going to pull down the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball. And possession will stay with DePauw. So she missed both free throws, but possession will stay with the Tigers as they have 26.1 seconds to go here in our first quarter of play. Shot clock is dead. Inbound goes to Buddy, who gives it to Claire Ryan. Ryan back over to Buddy. And then back over to Ryan. Plenty of time to hold for the last shot. 12 seconds. Stoner over to Buddy. Buddy back to Stoner. Stoner to Ryan. Ryan gives it off to Buddy on the other end. Throws it inside. Now Ryan's going to shoot the three at the buzzer, and it's in and out. No good. At the end of our first quarter of play, DePauw leading Mount St. Joe 14-7 in our game number 3 of 4 here from the Hampton Inn Damon's Tip-Off Classic from Fred Risk Arena at Herman Court. I'm A.J. Ganger with Charlie Hargrave.
Wilmington College, Wilmington, Ohio. No, I'm just kidding. All these different subtitles. Well, I'll tell you what, I think keys to the game so far on Mount St. Joseph's side, they got to take better care of the ball.
Oh, yeah.
And they've got to get some better shots going. I mean, they're just a lot of threes. They're not really working the ball inside. And I think the reason is because their big girl's out, Sierra Phillips. 2 fouls with 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes into the game, that's not good. Then for the DePauw Tigers, I tell you, they just got to keep hitting the boards. I tell you, they've got to be out rebounding Mount St. Joe 2-1 or maybe 3-1. They're eating the boards up and getting a lot of second chance opportunities. And I tell you, the defenses really on both sides have been pretty good. I just said Sierra Phillips is killing Mount St. Joe being out.
Yeah, there's a big girl underneath. You know, she probably may get a little bit of playing time here in the second quarter, but like you said, with 2 fouls, you got to kind of keep her out on the bench, Charlie.
Yeah, I believe so. I think she definitely needs to, I may put her in for 2 or 3 minutes, see how it goes. But the thing is, if I'm DePauw's coach, I'm going to take it right to her. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to get her to pick that 3rd foul up as quick as I can.
Right. Touchdown right here.
What's the score here? Oh, did
10-7. This 10-7.
The Penn State just score?
Mount St. Joseph will begin with the basketball to begin our second quarter of play, down by 7. Inbound pass goes to number 13, Studer. Studer gives it off to Hartfeld. Hartfeld to Webb. Webb back outside to Studer. Very fast-paced offensive possession here for Mount St. Joe. Studer with the basketball, going to drive, puts it up high off the glass, no good, rebounded by Buddy.
There we go, another rebound.
And
stays away. Gives
Buddy was trying to hit Stoner.
Yeah, way too high. And Mount St. Joe will take over possession. The big girl still on the bench, Sierra Phillips, with 2 fouls.
Number 14, Bristol Webb, gets the inbound pass for the Lions. She'll take it down the court. Here, just opening up our second quarter of play, 14-7, DePauw in the lead. Sturwald gives it off to Webb. Webb back to Sturwald.
And DePauw still playing man-to-man.
Studer to Bristol Webb. Bristol Webb gives it to Berlin Webb. 5 on the shot clock. Brown gives it to Bristol Webb. Got to put up a shot. Gets it up, and a foul. She misses the shot. She'll be shooting 2, will Bristol Webb, for Mount St. Joe.
The foul number 32, Buddy.
Second. That's Buddy's second, yeah.
First
that was a cheapie, too. I mean, there wasn't much contact there, and it looked like she was straight up to me, but...
First shot for Webb is up and good.
The Webb shooting 2. Substitution into the game number 20, Morgan Scortis. Also number 42, Abby Keller, and number 34, Taylor Howard.
Taylor Howard's back into the game, so Scordos.
Second shot is up and good, 14-9. Inbound pass, gets knocked out of bounds, will stay with DePauw. Mount St. Joe showing that full court here after the foul shots.
I think that's a good idea. I mean, that helped them last night.
Ryan gets the inbound pass for DePauw. Now she'll bring it up the floor.
It's just man-to-man. It's not like it's a real straight press.
Scordos gives it back to Ryan. Got a pick from Keller. Ryan's going to drive, go up off the glass. No good, but she gets fouled.
The foul shot number 15 is for Webb. That's her fifth personal foul. Team's first of the period.
2 shots coming up for Claire Ryan. First one is up and no good. She missed the 2 big ones last night.
I know. Well, the second one, like I said, was on purpose. She had to miss last night.
Second shot for Ryan. This one is no good as well. Rebounded by Berlin Webb, and here come the Lions down the floor.
Guess what she's going to be practicing this week?
Brown for 3, and it's good. Number 15, Taylor Brown, makes the 3-pointer from Mount St. Joe. And it's now, and that's a 5-second call. Actually, DePauw got the timeout.
And I tell you what, see, I don't know why they wait to do this. I mean,
30-second timeout taken by DePauw. DePauw 30-second.
30-second timeout with 8:32 to go in the first half. 14-12. Mount St. Joe makes it a 2-point lead for DePauw with that 3-pointer by Taylor Brown.
Yes. Tight game. Was 14-7, and they've cut it to 14-12.
Now they started out with a little 5-0 run here to begin the second quarter.
Well, that press, I tell you, that press is the thing.
Here we go.
Now let's see what kind of press breaker we have here.
Got to get it in. 5-second call.
5-second call, yep.
She couldn't find anyone to get it in. Everyone was coming back to the ball, too.
You know what? I mean, I played basketball 100 years ago, and we always set picks to be able to get get the ball in, and that the person throws in just runs right down the middle of the court. It's not that hard to do.
Berlin Webb. Now Studer's going to drive, get fouled, and has the chance to tie the game up with a couple foul shots.
Or you can just take a couple of your people that are up front and just tell them start sprinting down.
Claire Ryan going to be charged with her second personal. Team second. First shot is up and good for Studer. Ryan's going to head to the bench.
Tie it up here.
Second shot is up, and this one is good. We're all tied. 14-14. Here comes the press again. Maya Howard gets the inbound pass.
No, they got to come back to it.
She's going to get fouled, though, by Studer.
Foul number 13, Lenny Studer. That is her fourth personal. Team second of the period.
That's her first foul for Studer, second of the period. Now they got to get it inbound again, and they just do. Stoner receives the inbound pass. Now gives it to Maya Howard. Howard's going to drive, kick it back outside to Stoner. Stoner to Scordos. Scordos to Keller, who got it knocked away. Bristol Webb knocks it away. She passes it outside to Brown for 3, and that one's going to be no good. Air ball rebounded by Howard. Taylor Howard, who gives it to Maya Howard.
Nice pass down underneath.
Yep, and Abby Keller makes the 2-pointer to give DePauw the lead again. 16-14, 7:35 to go in the first half. Sturwald to Webb for 3. No good. It hit the shot clock out of bounds, and the ball will go back to DePauw with 7:27 to go in the first half. A 16-14 lead for the number 19 team in the country. Inbound goes to Maya Howard. She brings it up the floor for the Tigers. Skordos over to Howard. Howard gives it to Skordos. Thought about a three. Goes inside. Jumper's good. Nothing but net for Skordos.
Jumper from the left elbow there. Look nice.
Brown throws it outside to Studer. Studer over to Sturwald. Sturwald back to Studer. Gives it to Howard, or gives it to Webb. Berlin Webb got it knocked away by Skordos. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Step back. Three-pointer's no good. And DePauw could not save that one from going out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Mount St. Joe.
They're retaining possession.
Inbound pass goes to Brown. Wide open. Jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Stoner. And the Tigers have it again. She gives it off to Maya Howard. 6.5 to go in the first half. Gives it off to Howard for three. Nailed the three. Nothing but net for Maya Howard. Gives him back out to a 7-point lead. 21-14. DePauw in the lead over Mount St. Joe.
They get her going, they're going to be in trouble.
And that one got saved, but it's going to stay with Mount St. Joe. Inbound pass goes to Webb. Webb give it off to the other Webb. Now Sturwald passes to Brown. Brown trying to make a move inside. Passes it back out to number 23 for the three. With 1 second to go on the shot clock, there is a foul that is going to go against the Tigers. That's a big mistake. Skordos charged with her first, team's third.
Yeah, she knocked a girl on her butt.
Inbound pass goes to number 21, Sturwald. Bristol Webb gives it off to Brown. Brown gives it to Walsh. Walsh goes up with it off the glass, no good. And Berlin Webb couldn't save that one, and the ball will be going back to DePauw. 21-14, DePauw in the lead with 5:32 to go in the first half. Here comes the press again.
Better get it in.
Oops. They just got it in as Stoner receives the inbound pass. She'll take it up the floor and pass it off to Maya Howard. 20 on the shot clock. Gives it off to Skordos. Skordos back to Maya Howard. Trying to make her move to the inside. She does. Goes up and it gets... Oh, no.
They call it
That's
charge.
Charge.
Wow.
A charge against Maya Howard. That's her first, the team's fourth. That's a big charge.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And without looking too hard, DePauw is back up 7 again, 21-14. How's your Wolverines doing?
They just scored a touchdown to make it 14-10 with 51 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes Berlin Webb down the floor for Mount St. Joe. She gives it off to number 23, Walsh. Walsh has got to get rid of it, and she badly throws it away. Abby Keller was triple teamed down the floor. Ball still loose on the floor. Oh, it's going to go back to Mount St. Joe. Number 24, Connors tried to save that one from going out of bounds.
Looked like you're chasing a grease pig there for a minute, didn't it?
And Berlin Webb brings the ball up the floor.
Well, these college students laughing at me. They don't remember back in the day you used to do that at county fairs. Chase a grease pig, and if you catch the baby, it's yours.
Studer gives it to Walsh. Walsh back to Berlin Webb. Berlin gives it off to Bristol. Bristol, 5 seconds on the shot clock. She hands it off to Studer. Studer for three. That one is good at the buzzer. Number 21, Brooklyn Sturwald. for three. And it's 21-17, but Maya Howard looking to go coast to coast, and she gets fouled.
You ever chased any grease pigs in your day?
I've never chased a greased pig, Charlie. I know you guys used to do that for fun when you were little.
No, I never did. I believe it or not, I have watched it a few times, but I never partook.
Maya Howard shooting two at the line for DePauw. The first one is up and good.
Probably not allowed to do that anymore. It's probably against somebody's ethics or something. They used to do that.
We don't need your opinion up here. We already know what your opinion is.
Crystal.
Rachel.
There you go.
They look alike, okay? They act alike too, don't they?
Pretty much. So that means you should pray for me. There you go.
Second shot is also good to make it 23-17. DePauw in the lead here with 4:12 to go in the first half. Brown brings the ball up the floor for the Lady Lions. Gives it off to Studer. Studer to Sturworld. Over to Bristol. Over to Berlin Webb. Back to Bristol Webb. Who gives it off? Pump fake by Brown. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gives it to Bristol Webb, who's going to go up with it off the glass. No good.
Nice move.
Rebound pulled down by Hacker.
Just couldn't get the ball to drop.
Here comes Maya Howard. Double team down the
A little
floor.
trap.
She gets out of it and gets
Got
fouled.
Number 4.
That's her second, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
Team's fourth. One more and she'll be shooting two, but DePauw will inbound this one with 3:41 to go in the first half. Skordos gets it in to number 35, Hacker, who gives it off to Maya Howard. Gives it off to number 24, Connors, and she traveled.
I tell you what, we haven't seen as much of that as we have in the past, but a lot of times these girls catch the ball and they want to take that extra step. You can't do that. Wilmington's got a couple that were last year did it all the time. Brittany Jefferson.
Come on, man.
Oh, Brittany Jefferson, she used to do it all the time last year. Now, yesterday, she didn't do that very much.
I think she got maybe one travel call against her. And number 4, Berlin Webb with the basketball for Mount St. Joe. And she almost traveled there.
Yep.
Gave it off to Bristol Webb, who gives it to Taylor Brown. 10 on the shot clock. Brown tried to make her move.
She's still dribbling. That was good body and ball control.
Puts up a prayer to Studer from 3, and that's a shot clock violation. Never hit the rim.
Nope.
Ball goes back to the Tigers. With 3:03 left to go in the first half, a 23-17 lead for the number 19 Tigers of DePauw.
And for those of you still wondering, the Phillips girl still hasn't got back in the game yet, so they're probably just going to keep her out until the third quarter.
Here comes Maya Howard bringing the ball up the floor for the Tigers. She gives it off to number 24, Connors. She gives it back to her. Back to Connors.
That's one thing that's unique to basketball is the fouls. You can
and from the corner, a three-pointer by Connors, no good, but the rebound was pulled down by Hacker, no good. And Hartfeld gets fouled.
You can get yourself out of the game pretty quick.
And Hartfeld will be shooting 2 from the line, as that is the 5th team foul for DePauw.
That is your first personal, team's 5th of the period.
Foul gets charged to number 35, Frank. First shot is up and no good. Now.
All around it, wasn't it?
Second shot for Hartfeld is up and good. So back to a 5-point game here, 23-18. DePauw in the lead with 2:35 left to go in the first half. Howard gave it off to Connors. Got a pick. Connors to Skordos, who nearly lost it. She reins it back in, gives it to Keller. Keller to Skordos. Thought about a 3 there since she had time.
No, they called a block. I thought they were going to call the charge. What'd you think?
It was close.
Could have went either way.
And number 15 will be charged with the foul, Taylor Brown. Her second personal foul, team's 5th. So going to the line will be Morgan Skordos for the Tigers, shooting 2. First one's up and good. Hey, look, it's my buddy Mark May.
Yeah. He is, man. He'll just have stripes on him right now.
Second one's up and good. 25-18, 7-point lead, and a timeout will be taken by Mount St. Joe. With 2:18 left to go in the first half of play, Mount St. Joe down 25-18 to the DePauw Tigers as you're listening to us live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. All the video from this weekend shall be up online by tomorrow afternoon at some point, whenever Rick Phillips gets it up there.
Yep, that'll be Rick Phillips' deal there. Glad you're listening to us here on CampusNation.com, the sports animal. Next weekend, we got 10 games coming to you. From right here at Herman Court, 10 boys high school games. We've got 5 on Friday and 5 on Saturday. So, guys, you're looking for something to do on Black Friday, let your ladies go shopping. Just come on and spend a day here at Herman Court, Fred Risk Arena. Enjoy some high school basketball. Come up and say hi. I'll be here both days. And
snow in Iowa.
Oh, Iowa, yeah, there's getting big snow. They cleared the field there earlier.
All right, Bristol Webb gets the inbound, gives it off to Studer. Studer throws it over to Hartfeld for 3, a foul away from the ball. Have to see who it's on here. Number 35, Frank, that's her second. And shooting 2 at the line will be Bristol Webb. First one is up and no good, short. And Frank Beamer's coaching his last home game.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of sad to see. Some people think they might have a chance against North Carolina today.
There's the second one is up and good as well. Maya Howard gets the inbound pass. Brings it down the floor. Gives it off to Skordos. Skordos to Howard. Gives it to Frank. Connors with the ball. Gives it over to Frank. Frank back to Connors. And 5 on the shot clock. Keller with the one-hander. No good. She gets her own rebound and foul. I think that one's going to go against Brown.
That'll be her third if it is.
Yep, it's against Brown. That's her third. Shooting 2 for DePauw, Abby Keller. The Citadel is beating South Carolina right now, 14-9.
It's interesting.
First shot for Keller is up and good.
Keller's having a pretty nice day. By my count, she's got 8 points.
Now she started out scoring all the points for DePauw in that first quarter. Second shot by Keller is good.
9.
8-point game here, 27-19 with 1:40 left to go in the first half. As Mount St. Joe trying to close the gap a little bit. Hartfeld gives it to Sams. Sams got it.
Oh, stolen back.
Good job by Hartfeld to get it back. Sam's got it blocked by Maya Howard. And Howard's going to take it away from him. Another turnover for Mount St. Joe.
1:20 left to go here, first half.
Keller tried to fit it down low to Howard. Howard saved it, though, from going out of bounds. And Skordos was nowhere near that one, so the ball will be going back to the Lions. So a turnover for DePauw. Inbound pass comes in to Studer as she dribbles it down the floor. Studer throws it off to Sams. Sams back to Studer. Thought about it. Gives it off to Bristol Webb. Under a minute to play now here in the first half. 3-pointer by Hartfeld. That one's
wow.
Banks shot off the glass for 3.
Tell you, she's got a good shot. She needs to probably shoot the ball a little more for this Mount St. Joseph team.
I think she called bank on that one.
I heard her. It was cool.
Maya Howard with the ball. Dribbling. Throws it back out to Stoner. Stoner over to Taylor Howard. Goes over to Skordos. 15 on the shot clock. And a foul to be charged against number 13, Studer.
It's her second.
So Morgan Skordos will be shooting 2 from the line with 30.1 seconds to go here in the first half. First one's up. Good.
By my count, she's got 7 on the day.
Connors comes in for Taylor Howard. And the second shot for Skordos is up, and that one's good as well. That makes it 8. by your count?
By my count, I'm usually pretty accurate on that.
Shot clock is still going. They're about 0.1 second off. Sam's
Oh, almost travel there.
off to Bristol Webb.
Guarantee if we had that one official second game last night, he'd be doing his Dipsy Doodle travel call.
Hartfell going to drive, get it blocked, and it's stolen away by Stoner. 5 seconds to go here in the half. Maya Howard with it, going to dribble, put it up at the buzzer, and no good. So at the end of our first half of play here, the number 19 DePauw Tigers leading 29-22 over Mount St. Joe. We'll have a 15-minute halftime. We'll be back with halftime stats once we receive them, and we'll get you all ready for the second half of play here on CampusNation.com.
And for AJ and me, go Bucks.
What, Michigan can answer.
I saw that. I literally, as soon as I turned over, as soon as they were scoring, like I looked at it. UNC's holding on right now.
Well, they won.
7-3 at half.
Well, they should win.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. They've been moving the ball pretty easily, so.
ones that change the tape. Yeah. Well, 151 now.
Everything going good?
Yep.
Yeah, we're still cutting out. I don't know whether I'm going to have to look at the logs for the content delivery network later today. See. Oh, God.
What does that mean right there?
That just means there's 5 devices connected to it right now. Oh, sorry about that. So the laptop's connected.
That's connected. Your phone to my phone.
I don't know if I'm connected or not. If I am, I can unconnect.
No,
Nope,
you're not.
I'm not connected.
I don't think it matters, because last night we didn't have any connected devices, we weren't streaming that, and we were still...
I was connected for a while.
I'm telling you, I really think it's these speakers. And this is as close to as far away as I can get.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might be better to go down there.
Well, maybe I'm going to figure something out this next week.
It's the only place I get them. It's here.
Sam's. I like my Sam's Club
You can
roaches.
get them at Walmart and stuff.
Well, I don't want to make
She meant, she don't have to make them. Oh, jeez.
I look forward to every year.
At least you guys all have food next weekend downstairs.
Well, I tell you what, now that's something, Charlie.
What?
You weren't here last year.
That was like great food.
The food downstairs
I gained about
was
20 pounds.
fantastic.
For next weekend?
Yeah, I gained about 20 pounds.
It's incredible.
No, are they going to do that again this year?
I'm sure they will. They bring it. It's all catered. Next week will be all catered food.
Where are you taking us afterward tonight?
Huh?
Where are you taking us afterward tonight?
I think. Let's see.
I'm going to a movie.
You're going to the movie by yourself?
No, I got a friend and we're going to go see Hunger
You got a
Games.
friend? Is it a guy?
No, it's a girl
It's
actually.
a girl? I got a couple coupons for Hampton Inn Continental Breakfast.
Tell you what, it's
Well,
the
if
best.
AJ's not gone, we can go to Gold Star.
All right, sounds good.
Judith is in Indianapolis now, so we don't have to worry about that crazy woman.
Why is she in Indianapolis?
She moved there.
Job and boyfriend.
I get stalked by all these
That
crazy
she
women.
vowed she never have.
I've got her on Facebook.
Well,
Rick misses you.
that's the best place to keep her.
Rick's got some stalkers.
I got many stalkers.
I won't mention one of them, but she might be listening.
Angie?
Thanks.
Hello, Angie.
Look at that. Rick just had to get his voice in.
Yep.
Rick Phillips, hear me roar. Rawr. Did you bring the charger for this thing?
No.
I'm just letting
The mayor of Greenfield is listening today. We appreciate that.
How do you become mayor? I mean, it seems pretty easy to become mayor of Greenfield if you were mayor of Greenfield.
I was mayor of Smythe.
Oh, Salina.
But he was the real mayor of Salina.
Yeah.
What, is she not the real mayor?
I just
She just calls you that.
That's my nick. She, you know how you say I know everybody. That's what she is in Greenfield. She knows everybody, and everybody knows her.
She's very friendly.
You lose your mind, you're friendly to anybody.
Hey, the mic's on.
So what are you going to see? Let me guess. Hunger Games.
Yes, sir?
It's the last one made.
Hopefully. Shut that dumb little Kentucky girl up.
Hey, she plays a good part. Katniss.
She's an idiot.
She can't cry. She's a very ugly crier.
Yeah.
Dude, Hunger Games is cool.
My daughter
It
read
is.
all the books.
I love Hunger Games. I watched the first movie. I'm like, dude, this is brutal.
No.
Stay in this country another couple of years, you'll see.
It'll be that way.
He'll get better.
May the odds be forever in your favor.
Trump.
That's why people like it so much. It's
Yeah.
We'll have the purge soon.
Yep.
First person I'm going to kill during the purge is you.
That's nice.
Actually, I probably wouldn't make it on his property with.
you would not make it on my
Would not
property.
make it on his
I
property.
literally have a sniper rifle. I pick you off.
It's sitting right next to his bed. It's already hooked up to the window. He's got
40
it on his
caliber.
gun stand.
I could probably pick you off. Well, if I could see.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able
gotta
to
have-
see.
I've got to have
Is
Preston.
that a person?
Or is that a deer?
Preston will be
So
your
what time does
spotter.
this start next Friday?
I don't know.
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock in the
1 o'clock on both days.
Okay. We're going to do 5 games.
5 games Friday, 5 games Saturday. I might try to get some other celebrities to come in and help us.
Michigan's 5 and 9 for third down. That's good. They're 5 for 9 on third
I
down.
might be able to get a couple people.
Yeah, if you can get some. Well, we ought to call. Who can I have on at the Miami Trace game?
Joe Davis.
Yeah, we ought to call Joe and see if he wants to come in and do some games. I tried to get him to do a game, and he was in Oregon on vacation.
He came up in that Massey game, and he was just talking up a storm the entire time.
Yeah, he loved doing the games. But,
That first kickoff, though, man, that was like the greatest thing in the entire world. Was that opening kickoff Wilmington took back for a touchdown against Massey. That game was just completely amazing.
I think I still got Joe.
We will never see a game like that in our lifetime. End that way. Well, you won't. You'll be too old. Charlie talking about greased up pigs.
I've seen that a couple times. It's hilarious. What's all these little kids trying to chase pigs?
Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are at halftime here from Frederick Arena at Herman Court. I know you've probably been listening to our chatter here up in the box, and we're a trip here, ladies and gentlemen. Some first half stats for you. The leading scorer for DePauw is with 9 points is Abby Keller, 9 points, 3 boards. With 8 points is Morgan Skordos. With 2 players with 5 points for DePauw, Emily Buddy and Maya Howard. Howard had a double-double last night. They only shot 33% from the field and 68.8% from the free throw line as they missed 5 free throws. They got to the line 16 times, only made 11. Those might be key coming down the stretch. Leading scorer for Mount St. Joe, 2 players actually have 7 points right now. Bristol Webb with 7 and Meredith Hartfell with 7. They're shooting only 25% from the field, Charlie. 36.4% from three-point land, but they are 6 of 8 from the line, so that's 75%. Again, our score at the half right now, DePauw 29, Mount St. Joe 22. DePauw has led by as much as 8, and Mount St. Joe has yet to lead in this ballgame. That's similar to yesterday. And bench points are huge. DePaul's got 15 bench points. Mount St. Joe has 13. So the benches are really getting into the mix today for both of these teams.
Well, Mount St. Joe's issues, like I said, what was their shooting percentage? What was Mount St. Joe's shooting percentage?
25.
That's
6
awful.
of 24.
That's awful. And they're just not getting out. They're not getting good shots. But also the key for Mount St. Joe was the Phillips girl played less than 3 minutes in the first half. And she's a game changer, She's got to stay out of foul trouble, and she's got to be ready to go. She's got 2 fouls. Taylor Brown's got 3 for Mount St. Joe. Laney Studdard has 2. Brylin Webb has 2. We're on DePauw side of things. Claire Ryan has 2, and Emily Buddy has 2. So what are we, 14-10 Michigan right now?
14-10, yeah.
All right, getting ready to start the second half here.
Yeah, we still got one more game, which will follow 30 minutes after this ball game here, as we've got the Wilmington Lady Quakers taking on the Franklin College Grizzlies. Hashtag LQB, ladies and gentlemen. We are a Wilmington broadcast team, so we are trying our best to stay impartial during these other two games. But when it comes to Wilmington College, we're for Wilmington College all the way.
Yep.
You're listening to us live here on CampusNation.com. We're live from the 24th annual Hampton Inn/Damon's Tip-Off Tournament here on the campus of Wilmington College, Fred Risk Arena at Herman Court. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for everybody out there. It's a little chilly outside, so if you go outside, get your coat on. Charlie will keep his shorts on, and he'll go make snow angels outside when it starts snowing later
I'll tell you what, yeah, there's snow, they're saying up above Columbus tonight, but I don't think we're supposed to get any. Iowa, St. Louis, Missouri, out in that area, they're getting snow, but right now they can keep it.
Claire Ryan gets the inbound pass as the Tigers begin with the basketball to begin the second half. Stoner gives it off to Keller. Keller cross court to Buddy. Buddy thought about the three, but thought better of her. Gives it off to Claire Ryan. Ryan over to Stoner. Stoner back to Ryan. Got cut off. Tries to go inside to Taylor Howard. Howard gives it off to Keller. Nice pass, but Keller missed the layup.
And Phillips is in here starting the second half
She got the rebound.
Mount St. Joe.
And Webb gets it inside to Phillips, and Phillips tried a layup off the glass, but it was no good.
She missed a couple shots early, too.
Here comes Claire Ryan, going to go coast to coast off the glass, and good for two. 9-point lead for DePauw, their biggest lead of the ball game right now, 31-22.
That's Claire's first points of the day.
And Berlin Webb working against Claire Ryan here, playing good defense, and Webb almost lost the ball.
Out of control, we got jump ball.
And the ball will stay with Mount St. Joe.
Just got way out of control.
With 16 seconds on the shot clock here, 9:01 to play in our third quarter. It is 31-22. DePauw in the lead as Mount St. Joe will inbound by their own basket. Gets it into Bristol Webb. Webb passes it off to Berlin Webb. Trying to go inside for Phillips. Back out to Webb for three. No good. Short. Ball's going to go to DePauw. They'll let it go out of bounds. DePauw basketball here. As Claire Ryan brings it up. Passes it out to Buddy. Gives it off to Keller. Keller's going to drive, working against Phillips. Turnaround jumper, good off the glass for two. 33-22 now. Mount St. Joe in the lead. On the other end of the floor, though, Walsh with the basketball. Walsh gives it off to Phillips, who was all alone underneath the basket for the easy layup. I think that's our first points of the game, too, there, Charlie.
Yep. That is her first points.
Claire Ryan, nice pass to Keller off the glass for two. And Keller is feeling it here this afternoon in this third quarter. 35-24, DePauw. Bristol Webb gives it off to Berlin Webb. Now swings it over to Walsh. Walsh got cut off on the drive, gives it to Bristol Webb, who's going to drive herself. No good on the layup. Rebounded by big girl Phillips. No good on that. Gets her own rebound. No good on the third shot. And ball finally rebounded by Taylor Howard.
A lot of contact, no fouls. I knew Mount St. Joe's coach was on the foul.
Nice
there.
pass by Claire Ryan to Stoner, who banks it off the glass for two.
And that's Stoner's first points of the day.
And now Webb gets it stolen away by Ryan, who's going to take it coast to coast for the easy layup for two. And Mount St. Joe needs a timeout here, down by 15. And there it is, timeout taken by the Lions with 7:09 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 15-point Tiger lead, 39-24. They've come out on a run here,
yes,
Charlie.
Yes, they have. They've come out on fire, and not much happening on Mount St. Joe side of things at all. Again, right after this game today, we have the Grizzlies from Franklin against the Quakers of Wilmington College, the Fighting Quakers.
Hashtag LQB, Lady Quaker Basketball. Again, you're listening to us here live on CampusNation.com, the sports animal, your home for high school and college sports. I'm AJ Ganger. With me, Charlie Hargrave and Rachel Hargrave, recording all the video that'll be posted tomorrow afternoon on our website. Go on there and check out all the action from our 4 games this weekend. And next weekend, stay tuned for the Ohio Valley Hoops Classic here live from Fred Risk Arena. After the timeout, Mount St. Joe inbounds the ball. Walsh. She's stuck working against Taylor Howard. Got to get rid of it here, and she just does. As Berlin Webb has it, gives it off to Walsh. Walsh drives, spinning, travel. Good job by Taylor Howard. She was playing relentless defense there for DePauw.
Yep, DePauw stepping it up, that's for sure.
Inbound. There goes Emily Buddy. Buddy gives it to Stoner. Stoner to Claire Ryan. Ryan gives it off to Buddy. Buddy kicks it out to Taylor Howard. Over to Stoner. Cross court. Claire Ryan in the corner for 3. That one's no good. Rebound pulled down by number 21, Sturworld. And that one's picked off by Claire Ryan. She's going to take it to the house. Off the glass for 2. That's a pick 6 right there, Charlie.
Yep. She didn't have 8 points the first half. She's got 6 already here in the third quarter.
41-24, DePauw in the lead. Walsh giving it off to Studer. Studer trying to find Berlin Webb, but couldn't.
This DePauw team plays good denial defense.
8 on the shot clock. Gives it off to Sturworld. 5 on the shot clock. Gives it off to Berlin Webb. Puts up a jumper. No good. Rebound pulled down by Abby Keller. If Keller doesn't have a double-double in this ballgame, I'll be really surprised. Hands it off to Claire Ryan, who brings it the rest of the way up the floor. Ryan gives it off to Buddy. Buddy got a pick from Taylor Howard. Didn't work very well. Back over to Buddy. Buddy's going to drive. Puts it off the glass. Nice layup by Buddy. 19-point lead now for the number 19 Tigers. And a 3-pointer on the other end is up for Walsh and no good. Rebound pulled down by Keller again.
Yeah, she's been a force. Of course, the first half, the one girl wasn't even in there. And she's out again already.
Claire Ryan gives it off to Buddy. Buddy over to Stoner. Stoner to Howard. And a foul away from the ball.
Looks like it's going to be on Studer, isn't it?
Number 13, Lainey Studer.
It's her third foul.
Personal foul, team's first. So the first foul of the second half comes with 4:57 to go in the third quarter. A couple shift changes here for both teams. And DePauw inbounds from underneath their basket. Gives it into Stoner. Nice pick. Gives it to Skordos. Skordos over to Maya Howard for 3. Nothing but net. And it's a 22-point lead.
Just running away with it, aren't they?
And a 3 ball on the other end for Brown. No good. Rebound pulled down by number 35, Frank, who gives it off to Maya Howard. And Howard's going to take it all the way. Nice one-handed layup by Maya Howard. And it looks like DePaul's going to run away with this one, 48-24. Brown with the basketball for Mount St. Joe. Got to get rid of it. She does. This is number 33, Fairfield, who gives it off to Webb. Webb's going to take it. Berlin Webb, no good. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by number 33, Rachel Fairfield. Ball goes back to the Tigers. Here comes Maya Howard up the floor for DePauw. Gives it off to Stoner. Stoner back to Howard. Howard over to Skordos. Zone defense here, Charlie.
Yes.
And a foul against number 15, Brown. That's her fourth foul. Just a second foul of the second half here. Maya Howard inbounds it. Now Skordos with the ball at the top of the key. Nice pass inside. The layup is good. Number 25,
Hacker.
Angela Hacker for 2. And now 50-24 DePauw. Webb gives it off to Brown for 3. That one's no good as well. Rebounded, pulled down by Hacker, who gives it off to Maya Howard. Howard, nice pass inside to Frank. No good on the layup, though. And gets her own rebound and passes it out to Stoner. Skordos now with the ball in the wing. Goes up for it. No good. Rebound pulled down by Phillips. She hasn't been much of a factor here in the second half.
She hasn't been in the game much. She was out already some of the second half. She hadn't even been in here the whole third quarter. She's got 1 bucket and a couple rebounds, but she's probably missed 4 shots today.
And a tussle for the ball on the floor.
Call a foul.
That's going to be a foul against Mount St. Joe.
Breland Webb.
I think that's her 3rd.
Yep.
Berlin Webb's 3rd foul. Team's 3rd. DePauw has no
jump
fouls.
ball, but she kind of tackled her while she was doing it.
DePauw has no fouls here in the second half in this 3rd quarter.
That's saying something for her because she's not a very big kid. 5'6".
5'6" junior from Oxford, Talawanda. That's out there.
Yeah. Yep, that is.
Maya Howard goes up with it. No good on the shot. Rebound, though, pulled down by Hacker, who puts up a shot of her own. No good. Rebound pulled down by Phillips and the Lions. Bristol Webb gives it off to Hartfeld. Hartfeld back to Webb. Webb's going to take it. Passes it off to Fairfield with the jumper. Good. I think that's the first points of the second half here for Mount St. Joe.
That's nice bucket. Nice shot.
Gives it off to number 24, Connors. Connors working against Bristol Webb. Now gives it off to Buddy. Buddy to Maya Howard in the corner. Wide open 3. That one's no good. A fight for the rebound, and it looks like Abby Keller comes down with it. Jump ball. And the ball is going to stay. Yes, it's going to stay with DePauw. That was actually number 35 fighting for the rebound, Melinda Frank.
Substitution in the game, number 12, Julian Blocker.
50-26, 2 minutes to go.
Howard inbounds it to Frank, who gives it off to Buddy. Buddy over to Maya Howard. Buddy working. Buddy's going to drive and get fouled. I think she got tripped up. Bristol Webb charged with her second foul. Team's 4th.
Yeah.
1:46 to go here in the 3rd.
Tell you, it's interesting. There's been 4 fouls called against Mount St. Joe and none against DePauw.
And another foul. That's the first foul against DePauw. You jinxed him, Charlie.
Yep, I just did, didn't I?
Number 25, Hacker, charged with her first personal, team's first. Inbound pass goes to Studer as the Lions bring it up the floor, going left to right. Studer gives it off to Hartfeld, loses it out of bounds, and it's going to go back to the Tigers. That's pressing defense here.
Well, I tell you, DePauw, yeah, they're quick too. Don't take anything away from them. They just barely got beat last night. Really was in that game all the way, and that Franklin team is very quick.
Ryan gives it off. Now Buddy gives it over to Frank. Frank back to Buddy. Buddy got a pick from Hacker, still working. Buddy jumper, good. Nice jumper by Buddy. 52-26. Oh, yeah. 3-pointer on the other end for Sturwold, no good. Rebounded by Phillips and a foul. Targeting.
Yeah. Oh, here.
That's the foul charged on number 25. That's her second, team second. Nice pass inside by Studer to Phillips for 2. 52-28.
Field goal scored, number 35.
Connors gives it off to Ryan. Ryan back to Connors. Connors over to Buddy for three. Short. Nice save, but it's into the hands of Mount St. Joe. It's stolen away, but they're going to call her for a reach. Foul's going to be on 35.
That's her third.
Frank.
Number 25, Angela Hacker, third personal.
No, that's 25.
Called it on Hacker?
They call it on Hacker. That's her third foul, too. Team's third. Shot clock is dead here. 28 seconds to go in the third quarter as the Lions bring it up the floor. Studer gives it off. Sturworld tried to pass it outside, almost got it stolen away. Going up with the layup is number 12, and it's good. That's Glacken. 5 seconds here in the third. Ryan looking to go coast to coast at the buzzer, and she almost got it but missed it. And we're going to go to the end of our third quarter of play with the score. DePauw 52, Mount St. Joe 30 here with a 22-point lead for DePauw. Man, they rallied off points there. I think only 6 points.
Well, the halftime score was 29-22, so
an 8-point third quarter for Mount St. Joe.
22 points for
that's
23 points.
A huge quarter there for DePauw.
Yeah, 23-8. But again, the Phillips girl did get to play some, and she didn't. She didn't collect any more fouls, so she can play strong in the last quarter. But it's 52-30, so I don't know. Maybe too late now.
He looks nervous, but on the surface he looked calm.
Oh, AJ's in here rapping again.
Forgetting what he wrote down.
Scary. Don't forget to join us on Campus Nation next Friday and Saturday for the tip-off class. Is that the tip-off classic too? Is that what they call that one next Friday and Saturday? 10 high school basketball games here at Herman Court. Love to see you come out, guys. If you're not doing any shopping on Friday, come out and watch some ball games. Start at 1 o'clock.
You better use yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. Giving you one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. Opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
10-3 North Carolina, and that's, I believe, in the third also.
Third was 4.
Third quarter. 4 minutes left to go, and then Michigan's still ahead right now in Happy Valley.
Happy Valley. I would be so happy when they went in Happy Valley.
14-10. Third quarter with 8 minutes to go there.
All right, Mount St. Joe begins with the basketball to begin our fourth and final stanza. As Studer got the inbound pass from Glacken. Glacken gives it off to Sturworld. Now over to Phillips. Phillips to Studer. Studer to Sturworld. So Hartfell. Back over to Studer. Stolen away by Abby Keller. Good
She's
job by
having a
Keller.
game, man. She is. If it stars of the game, she'd probably be it.
She's having an out-of-body experience during this game. Keller gives it off. Oh, they're trying to go back into her. Ball got batted away. Rained back in by DePauw. Stoner to Keller. Keller to Ryan. Back door, no good. Rebound pulled down by Sierra Phillips.
Muffed it.
Well, Sturworld gives it off to Hartfeld. Nice pass to Phillips off the glass and good for 2. Just got to chip this lead as much as you can. They're down by 20 now, 52-32. Connors gives it off to Keller.
Traveled.
Traveled, yep. I thought she got fouled.
Well, she got her feet crossed up.
Substitution taking the game for Mount St. Joseph, number 4, Berlin Webb, number 14, Bristol Webb.
Bristol Webb and Berlin Webb back into the ball game. As Bristol gets the inbound pass, she'll bring it up the floor here for the Lions with 8:40 left to go in the game. Down by 20. Nice pass to Berlin Webb. In the corner. Gives it off to Glacken. Glacken to Hartfell. Hartfell to Bristol Webb. Webb inside to Phillips. Phillips back outside. Glacken for three. Short, no good. Rebounded, pulled down by Keller. Man, she's having a game. Here comes Claire Ryan. Gives it off to Stoner. Stoner back over to Ryan. Ryan back to Stoner. Thought about a three. Gives it off to Connors. Inside to Keller. Back out to Stoner. Jumper. No good. Rebound, though, pulled down by Keller, and she's going to lay it up. No good. Rebound by Hartfell. The pass to Berlin Webb. As the Lions back down here on their end of the floor. Gives it off. Bristol Webb gives it to Glacken. Glacken to Berlin Webb. And a whistle and an offensive foul. Away from the ball.
The foul charge number 35, Sierra Phillips. That's her first.
Phillips charged with her third. Team's first. Inbound goes to Maya Howard as DePauw brings the ball down the floor with a 20-point lead, 52-32. Gives it off. Now Abby Keller. Gives it to Frank. Maya Howard kicks it out to Keller. Keller pumps, gives it back to Howard. 7 on the shot clock. Cross court. Stoner jumper. Nice jumper by Stoner for 2. And it's 54-32 with 7:05 left to go. Now Bristol Webb on the other end gets fouled.
Maya Howard.
That's Maya's second foul, team's first.
Did your Michigan team score again, AJ?
21-10.
21-10 now,
Michigan held the
Michigan.
ball for nearly 10 minutes on that. Now, Berlin Webb with the basketball for Mount St. Joe. Drives, puts it up, gets it blocked. Bristol Webb pulls it back down. 3-pointer by Hartfell. NBA type 3 is good. She's got a shot, 54-35.
You don't want to leave her open. She don't like it when they're contested, but you leave her wide open, she's got a good chance that ball's going to go in.
Maya Howard gave it off to Buddy. Now back over to Howard. Howard over to Stoner. Stoner back to Howard. 3-pointer. She's got a long one of her own, and it's good. 3-pointer from Maya Howard. And she hasn't been much of a factor in this game, but that's a huge 3-pointer.
You know what? She's got a bunch of points. She's got 12.
She got 12 points.
12 on the game.
Bristol Webb gives it off to Glacken, who goes up with it. No good. Rebounded by Phillips, who goes up with it, and it's fouled.
She can't buy a bucket when she's contested right now. Phillips can't.
She'll be shooting 2. Abby Keller's charged with just her second foul. Team second of the period with 5:52 to go in the game. 57-35. 2 shots up coming for Phillips. First one's up and no good.
Substitutions in the game, number 13, Lady Studer, number 23, Erica Walsh.
Walsh and Studer into the ball game for the Lions. Shots up, and this one is good. 57-36, 21 points separate these two teams. The number 19 team in the country, DePauw, leading Mount St. Joe. Maya Howard got the inbound. Maya Howard gonna take it coast to coast, and it's good. Great job to just keep going. And now on the other end, Studer wants to go coast to coast and couldn't hit the and one. But she does get fouled. She'll be shooting 2 from the line. Number 32, Emily Buddy, charged with her third foul. Team's third of the quarter. 2 shots for Studer. First one's up and good.
Lady Studer shooting 2.
Second shot up, and this one's good as well. Now, same full court press defense here. Buddy brings the ball up the floor, gives it off to Keller. Keller back over to Buddy. 15 on the shot clock. Gives it off to Maya Howard, 10 on the shot clock. Howard gets fouled. I think that one's going to be on Bristol Webb, yep.
The foul number 14, Bristol Webb, that's her third.
That's her third foul, team's second.
The period.
And now the inbound goes into 35, Frank, who gives it off to Maya Howard. Howard gives it to Buddy. Buddy back over to Howard, almost stolen away. Howard reins it back in. 5 minutes to go in the game, 59-38. DePauw in the lead. That one is going to be a foul against number 32, Buddy. That is her fourth personal foul. Team's fourth. Inbound goes to Berlin Webb. Webb gave it off to Bristol Webb. Bristol Webb working, throws cross court to Studer, who bounces it off Buddy, and it'll stay with Mount St. Joe with 14 on the play clock, or shot clock.
Claire Ryan back in the game for Buddy.
And so is Taylor Howard. And for Keller. Sturworld to inbound here for Mount St. Joe. Gets it into Studer. Studer, nice pass. Jump off to Walsh, and the layup is good. They've cut it down to a 19-point deficit here, 59-40 with 4:26. And now they're working on Maya Howard, who gets it just over to Taylor Howard. Back to Howard. Howard to Howard. One's from St. Louis. The other one's from Illinois.
Nice drive the hole by Claire Ryan, going down the right side.
61-40. Number 21, Sturworld, lost it, reins it back in. Gives it off to Studer. And Studer almost threw that one away, but Berlin Webb reined it in, and the two-pointer is up and no good for Studer. Rebound pulled down by Stoner.
You getting your Studers and Stoners confused here?
A little bit. Taylor Howard with the rock. Gives it off. Frank misses a jumper. Rebound pulled down by Studer. As number 23 has the basketball now. That's Walsh. Gives it off to Berlin Webb. 3:15 left to go. Nice pass to Fairfield. Fairfield to Sturworld. Three-pointer no good. Rebound pulled down by Stoner. Claire Ryan gives it off to Maya Howard. Howard, the jumper, and a foul. Maya Howard gets called for the offensive foul.
That's her third. 61-40, 3 minutes left to go here. The fat lady's warming up. I hear her down in the basement.
With the ball, Sturworld for Mount St. Joe. Gives it off to Berlin Webb, who gives it to Bristol Webb. And a foul.
Flag was going to be on Ryan. Yep. That's her third.
Number 23, Claire Ryan, third personal.
Well, AJ, just going through my mind, just worries me about the second game a little bit because
first one is up and good.
DePauw played right with Franklin last night, and Wilmington played right with Mount St. Joe's.
It was the press that really messed up Wilmington.
But I hope we don't have another game like this next. It's kind of worrying me a little bit. Franklin is awfully fast.
Second shot is good as well for Bristol Webb.
By my count, she's got 9 on the game, but 5 of them are free throws.
Inbound pass goes into Claire Ryan. 61-42. 2:35 left to go in the game. Claire Ryan's going to take it all the way herself. Nice layup for Ryan for 2.
She's turned it on here second half. She's got 12 just here in the second half.
Up Studer
carrying the ball. (63-42), 2:26 to go. DePauw with the ball.
As Maya Howard brings it up. Gives it off to Claire Ryan. Ryan passes it to Taylor Howard, who gives it off to Stoner, and a foul. Glacken, her first personal, team's third, gets it into Taylor Howard here, 2:15 and counting. Howard hands it off to Claire Ryan. Ryan driving, goes up. Nice layup for Ryan again for 2 more. 23-point lead, 65-42 with 2 minutes to go. Oh, nice pass. Glacken was left all alone, but she missed it.
Too far underneath the hoop again, where she caught it.
Good defense, though, by Taylor Howard as Maya Howard comes down here on the other end. Kicks it out to Stoner. Stoner's going to go up with it. Too strong. Rebound pulled down by Taylor Howard off the glass. Bank shot good.
Taylor Howard.
And Bristol Webb now with the ball. 1:27 to go. 67-42. Number 19, DePauw in the lead over Mount St. Joe. She hands it off to number 15, Brown. Brown gives it to Studer. Studer to Berlin. Webb for 3. That one's no good. Rebounded by Taylor Howard, who gets it off to Claire Ryan. And Claire Ryan going to go coast to coast again and misses this one. Rebound pulled down by DePauw, and then it was stripped away by Berlin Webb. Turnover under a minute to go. Brown gives it back to Berlin Webb. Webb gets it stolen away by Maya Howard. Howard going up, no good, and a rebound by Stoner, but Howard did get fouled hard. And she'll go shoot 2. Taylor Brown has just fouled out for Mount St. Joe.
Yep, she's out. 67-42, 42 seconds left to go here.
The game for Mount St. Joseph, number 3, Maria Sams.
Maria Sams into the game. And it looks like the starters are going to come out for DePauw. Shooting 2, Maya Howard.
Well, with the win, that's going to make DePauw 2-1 for the season.
Yep. First
Mount
one is
St.
no
Joe's
good.
going to drop to 0-3.
Second shot up, and this one's also, that one's good. Missed the first one, nails the second one. 68-42. This one's all but over here with 35 seconds to go. Berlin Webb passes it off to Sams. Sams gets it, almost stolen away by Skordos. Hartfeld, 3-pointer. That one's in and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Berlin Webb. Shot clock is dead, 20 seconds. Berlin Webb goes up for it, no good. Rebound pulled down by number 35, Frank. And Gomer will take it up, give it off to Maya Howard with 10 seconds left, and I think she'll just dribble this one out. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Our final score, number 19, DePauw, 68, and Mount St. Joe, 42. DePauw going to 2-1 on the season, while Mount St. Joe will fall to 0-3.
Tell you, DePauw just had a wonderful second half, which they've done that in their first 3 games. Yesterday they were down, and they come back yesterday in the second half and almost pulled that one out. But, 29-22 at halftime of this game. And then end up getting beat, by 24 points. That's something else. Well, we're going to start our next game here in approximately a half hour. And AJ will have some stats for you from his first game. And that's going to be approximately, I would say,
305.
305, 310, somewhere in that area. So stay tuned. Go get you something to drink. Go watch some football. Turn the volume down while you're watching that. And listen to us here at campusnation.com.
Thursday winning ticket number for today's 50-50 drawing worth $65.
Hey, come on, baby.
5875-018. Repeating, 5875-018 worth $65.
Oh, you're talking to your
Either one
I was talking
table
football.
the entrance. That's
What's the score now?
5875-018.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they scored on that.
Virginia Tech and North Carolina 10-10.
Start of the fourth. UNC is on. Virginia Tech 35.
I think Wilmington's in trouble this game. I think this team's got too much speed. I hope I'm wrong. I got some here if you want. Just use mine. Stats.
Let's go into this.
I just have stats. I can go over them before
Mine your way.
You're good. As soon as I figure out what I'm doing, you can. What am I doing?
Go ahead. Let's just take some Charlie's stats. Go ahead, Charlie. Go over your stats.
I'll tell you what. Just go over a few stats here from the first game from the winning DePauw Tigers. I'm just going to go down through these by their numerical order. I had Jenna Stona for 4 points. Scordos had 8. Maya Howard had 15. Claire Ryan turned it on in the second half. She had 14. Angela Hacker had 4. Emily Buddy had 8. She had 8 yesterday, too. Taylor Howard, 2. Abby Keller had 13. And then for the Mount St. Joseph Lions, Meredith Hartfeld had 10. Sierra Phillips had 9 in limited playing time today. Rachel Fairfield, 2. Brooklyn Sturworld, 3. Taylor Brown, 3. Bristol Webb had 9, which 5 of those were foul shots. Laney Stewart, 4. And Joy Glacken, 2. Those aren't official, but they're pretty close.
We'll go over some official stats before the next game.
21-10, Michigan's winning, and also North Carolina is beating Virginia Tech. Looks like it's going to be 17-10 probably here in just a second.
Yeah, we'll be back on the air here with about 15 minutes to go until tip-off. That's about 12 minutes or so from now. We'll be back on the air here from Campus Nation.